Hello fellow Sudokans and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku puzzle for Sunday the 3rd of April 2022. I'm all out of sync today. This is the Observer game, but it's late. It's 3:15 to be precise here in the PM. And the Observer now has arrived online. Normally I play this in the morning. I've played the other two games already, but I'll probably upload this a bit later after I've finished playing the game, so that my videos don't clash, because if I upload them all at the same time, nobody watches them. Somebody will watch one and never bother watching the others, so I'll upload later. Right, let's get on with today's Observer. And now if you have not played the Observer game before, I should tell you that they do not rate the level. So I have absolutely no idea what level it is, but I always put up a rating for the game myself, so you have an idea, I don't. Okay, so very quickly how to play Sudoku. We have rows across in which we have to fit numbers 1 to 9. Look at this row here is almost done. And then we have columns down where we fit numbers 1 to 9, and we have these boxes or blocks. Look, this already has 9, 3, 5, 8 and 6 already, so not many more numbers to go there. Right, now how do we go about finding the answer to this puzzle? Well, for example, this 2 cannot be in either of these two squares, but clearly we need it to complete this row. I said we've already got most of the numbers, but since 2 can appear once only in this block, we know that 2 has to be on the end here like this. Oops, wrong pen. Try the other one. All right. And so the other numbers will fit into these two squares. The other numbers are, if we look along here, 8 and 5. Now we have a 5 blocking here, so we know that can't be a 5 because we already have a 5 in this column. So we know that the 5 will have to fit there, and the 8 will complete this row. Let's make that 2 a bit darker. Okay. Right, now this column here has a lot of numbers, doesn't it? So let's see what's missing. Well, immediately I don't see a 4, so this 4 again blocks everything here, so this cannot be a 4 here, so we know that 4 must be at that end of the column. Let's put 4 there, and now there's only one number missing, so we need to find out what it is. The missing number is 6. We don't have a 6 in this column yet, so we can place our 6 just there. We'll take that 6 and say it blocks along here like this, 6 blocking down. And so 6 has to fit in that square just there. Also, we have 2 blocking down here. This column can't reappear, so these two squares can't be 2. We have 2 in this row blocking. This square is already blocked, but this 2 additionally blocks this square here. And so a 2 has to fit in that square there. Three blocks down here, 3 blocks across here, so that square there has to be a 3. As I say, I have no idea what level this game is going to turn out to be. They can go from very easy to really very tricky actually at times, so I should just have to go with the flow until I get to the end, then I'll know, won't I? Okay, we have 9 blocking down here, 9 blocking up here, 9 across here, so that's a 9 we can place there. You know, I think this might turn out to be a tricky game. Wow, okay. It's going to make me think, that's for sure. 2 across here, so that puts 2 in one of these 2 squares, so 2 blocks back this way. So blocking across here, the eventual 2 will block across here. 2 blocking up, 2 blocking down, so we can say smack dab in the middle of the grid is a 2. I see the 2 and the 7 block across here, so I know that these 2 squares are 2 and 7, have to be, and that means down here has to be 1 and 4. Now we have an intersecting 4, so we can say the 4 goes there and the 1 is in that square there. That's good, because now 1 blocking down will give us a 1 in that location, and 9 blocking across here, 9 will go there, 7 will finish that there, and then 7 blocks here. So 7 is there, and that 2 can finally go in. Okay, that was a nice find. Without that, I'd been struggling there for a while. What's missing up here? We still have to get 5 and 6, I think. And so over here will be 2, 8, and 9. Is that right? Let's just check. 2, 8, and 9 are missing from here. Indeed they are. So we've got 2 and 8 in the same row. So this square can't be 2, can't be 8. So we can deduce that it has to be a 9. Oh, I hear birds outside. It's far too late in the afternoon to hear birds. Aren't they supposed to sing in the morning? Probably just woken up, you know, might have had a hard night on the town. 2 blocks across here, 2 blocks up here, 2 blocks across here, so the 2 goes here, and the 8 was the last number, as I mentioned. Strange looking 2, there we go. I need to examine this box here. We still need a 1. 1 will appear in one of those 2 squares there. See if that's going to do anything much. Okay, we still need a 5. We don't know anything about 5. And we still need an 8. 8 blocks down here. So 8 will be in one of those 2 squares there. So 8 is going to be in one of those 2 squares. And I still can't tell much more about that. Okay, over here then. 4 is somewhere along the bottom here. 5 can go anywhere. 7 is in one of these 2 squares. And 8 can go anywhere. Okay, it's quite interesting, this. You know, actually all the games today have had a reasonable amount of toughness in them. Ah, I'm not seeing it. Come on, come on. Where are you? Maybe a game where I'm going to need to write in the candidates again. It's looking more and more likely all the time. Yeah, because otherwise it's going to take too long anyway. So I think I'm going to need to go with pencil marks to finish this particular game. Yeah, for me it's pencil mark time. Okay, for you, carry on with your notation free game if that is what turns you on. Okay, so let's do the ones then. So 1 block's across here, so we have a pair of ones like this. Those of you who are not used to my channel, I should tell you that if it's a pair within a block, I will write the number in the top left of the square. So 1 blocking across here, 1 blocking up here, so 1 as a pair like that. And if it's not a pair, I'll put in the bottom right. That's my way of doing things. Okay, how are we doing on 2s? Oh, 2 is actually finished already. Okay, how about 3s then? 3 blocks across here and up here, so we have a pair of 3s there. Three blocks up here and 3 blocks across here, so we have a pair of 3s in those squares as well. 4 blocks across here and across here, so a pair of 4s is available there. Down here, 4 can go anywhere, so you'll see what I mean. So look here, 4 is not a pair, but it is in a straight line, so I'm going to put it in. I'll put it in the bottom right of the cell, so I don't confuse myself. 4 blocking down, 4 blocking up, 4 across here, so that's a pair of 4s just there. By the way, yesterday's expert level for the Guardian, if you didn't check that out, I had to put in pencil marks on that game as well. And that's another pen on paper game, of course. Actually, I should put in these missing numbers, shouldn't I, really, which is what is it, 5 and 6, since that's limited to only 5 and 6. Do we know anything else about 5s? I think we don't really, do we? Okay, how about 6s then? Yeah, we got 6 blocking across here and up there, so we have a pair of 6s in those squares. 6 blocking up here and up here, so a pair of 6s like that. On to the 7s, 7 across here and across here, so a pair of 7s in those squares. 7 down here and across there, so a pair of 7s there. 7 up, so look, found a pair. Yeah. Okay, found a naked pair of 3 and 7. 3 and 7 blocking up there, 3 and 7 blocking across there. That's what the notation free solvers are good at, and what I'm not particularly good at, spotting that kind of thing. Right, okay, so now we have a pair of 3 and 7. Before we go any further, let's try to see if we can do anything about this. So what's left? Well, then the 1s will appear in those 3 squares, which is not that great. But how about down here? 1. No, we don't know. Okay. The 5, we still don't know anything about. So much for that. the 6 blocks up here. So now we know 6 has to be in one of these 3 squares. So I'm going to put it in like that. And that means that this 6 cannot be true now. And I can place a 6 here. Okay. And finally the 9. So the 9 blocks across here and the 9 blocks across here. So in fact we know now that that square has to be a 9. And we'll get onto 9s in a minute. We just haven't quite got that far yet, have we? Actually, let's do it right now. 9 across here, and down here. Let's put in a 9 right now. Okay. This 3 stops this square from becoming a 3, but I can see that we need a 3 across here. So this must be a 3 there. And the last number that we need across this row here is an 8. So let's put in the 8. And then 8 blocks up here, meaning this is an 8, because remember this... Oh, I've got an 8 up here. Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. Crazy thinking there. So jumping ahead. This is how mistakes can happen. But if you spot a mistake in Sudoku very quickly, you're generally okay. If you don't spot it very quickly, but you think about it later on, generally you have to throw the game away and start again. That will give me 8s across here and across here. Sorry, so 8 actually somewhere in this row, but can't tell more than that. Now a nice blue blotch. Right, now what else? Oh yeah, this 8 blocks across here, so in fact 8 is a pair in those squares there. Down here we have 8 blocking down here, so 8 is a pair in those squares there. Nine is actually done. 9 is now complete everywhere. So I'm just going to go back and think again if there's anything else that needs doing. Yeah, certainly does now, because now we've got 3 blocking up here, 3 blocking up here, and 3 blocking across here. So we can put the 3 in. Now because 6 is in the top left, I know that that's part of a pair, so I can put the 6 in here, and 4 is part of the top left. I can put the 4 in there. Now 8 is actually a pair. I could promote that to a pair, and in fact I will do that, because that's how I play my more difficult games. When I say more difficult, I mean more difficult than ones that appear in the newspaper, of course, but it is a pair now, so that will be useful. Now there are 2 digits missing across here. We know that the 6 can't go here now already anyway, so the 6 has to appear in that square there. So let's get rid of, and actually let's put in the 6 here, and that's a 5 now, isn't it? And let's scrub this and put in the missing numbers. So the missing numbers here now are 1 and 5. That's what we need to complete this row. Remember, we have 3 and 7 in these squares already, so that's a pair of 1 and 5. Okay. This 3 now means that that can't be 3, so that's a 7, and our 3 will be placed up there. 3 blocks down here, 3 blocks up here, and 3 across here, so that's a 3. I'm overwriting a 4 in the top left, so that's a 4. I'm overwriting a 7, so that's a 7. Okay, this 1 blocks this square here. We still need a 1 for this row, so 1 appears there. And now 1 blocks up here and 1 blocks across here, so 1 is in that square. Across the top row there, we still need a 7. So let's put in that 7. 7 blocks down here, that's a 7. And I shall get rid of the former candidate 7, which no longer applies. This one candidate 1 as well has to go now. Right. What's left to do? We have just 2 digits missing from here, and they are also 1 and 5, right? don't yet have 1 and 5 here, so when we put in the 1 and 5 here, we know that 5 now will block across here, and 5 will appear here like this, or you could just work your way through this row and find out which number is missing, and it's obviously a 5. So now 5 blocks down here like this, so we can place 5 as a pair of candidates like that. I think this game is probably a hard level game, isn't it? You know, on a par with the other newspaper hard levels, not hard level like internet hard level, but you know, on a similar scale to the other newspapers, I think. So 4 blocks this square here, so 4 goes here and 8 goes there, meaning this can't be 8. 8 has to appear here, and to finish this block here, 5 will do it. We have just 1 digit missing from this column. The missing number is an 8, I think, so 8 goes here, meaning this can't be true. 8 must be here. I've got a 1 in the top left, so I know that's a 1. So now that 1 goes there, and this is a 5. And this 1 will put a 5 there and a 1 there. We have just 1 number missing down here, which is a 5. And that means this can't be 5, so that is a 5. And to finish the grid, a 4 will do it. Now, because it's on pen and paper, I need to check pretty quickly and make sure I didn't make any terrible mistakes, which can certainly happen when playing Sudoku. And that's it. Okay, so I managed to get 3 puzzles out today. Thank you very much. See you again tomorrow for the working week. Ooh, bye-bye.